Ever wished you could read minds? The good news is, you can get pretty close. Did you know that 93% of communication is nonverbal? That's right. Only 7% of communication is about the words we say. The rest is body language and tone of voice. Imagine the edge you'd have in life if you could decode these hidden signals. Here's a shocking fact. According to research, we make a first impression in just 7 seconds. That means your body language can make or break how people see you almost instantly. And get this, our faces can produce over 10,000 expressions. It's no wonder reading body language can feel like deciphering a secret code. In this video, we'll dive into the fascinating world of body language and gestures. You'll learn how to read subtle cues, from eye movements to hand gestures, and even how to spot hidden emotions in a flash. By the end, you'll have the tools to understand what people really think and feel, even when their words say otherwise. Ready to become a body language expert? Let's get started and unlock the secrets to reading minds. Chapter 1: The Secret Science Behind Mind Reading. Understanding body language starts with knowing it's rooted in science. Studies show that 55% of communication is nonverbal. That means gestures, posture, and facial expressions say more than words. Think about how often you pick up on someone's mood just by looking at them. It's almost like magic, but it's actually your brain processing nonverbal cues. One fascinating fact is that our brains are hardwired to notice body language. It's a survival instinct. For example, a study in the Journal of Nonverbal Behavior found that people can detect fake smiles. Real smiles engage muscles around the eyes, not just the mouth. So, next time you see someone smiling, check their eyes. If they aren't crinkling, that smile might not be genuine. Chapter 2: Eyes, Windows to the Soul. Ever heard the phrase, "Eyes are the windows to the soul"? There's truth to that. Eye movements can tell you a lot. For instance, when people look to the right, they might be creating a story. Looking left often means they're recalling a memory. A fun fact from Blink by Malcolm Gladwell: we blink less when we're interested in something. If someone's eyes widen and their pupils dilate, they're probably engaged. But if they're darting around, they might be nervous or bored. Try noticing these subtle signs next time you're in a conversation. Chapter 3: Power of the Smile. More than just a facial expression. Smiles are universal, but they're not all the same. Genuine smiles, also known as Duchenne smiles, involve the eyes. Fake smiles don't. In fact, a study from UC Berkeley found that people who smile genuinely in old photos are more likely to have long, happy marriages. It's because genuine smiles reflect true emotions. Here's a quick tip. Watch for how long a smile lasts. Real smiles tend to come on slowly and fade naturally. Fake ones appear and disappear quickly. This little trick can help you gauge someone's true feelings in seconds. Chapter 4: The Hidden Meaning of Hand Gestures. Hands are incredibly expressive. Did you know that people who use hand gestures are often seen as more engaging and trustworthy? Research shows that listeners are more likely to remember points made with accompanying hand movements. One cool fact: the steeple gesture, where fingertips touch but palms are apart, signals confidence and authority. You'll often see this in leaders and public speakers. On the flip side, clenched fists can indicate stress or frustration. So, next time you're trying to read someone, pay close attention to their hands. Chapter 5: Posture, the Silent Communicator. Posture speaks volumes. Standing tall with shoulders back shows confidence. Slouching can indicate low self-esteem or fatigue. Studies have shown that adopting a power pose can even change your hormones, boosting testosterone and lowering cortisol. This means you'll feel more confident and less stressed just by changing how you stand. Take note of someone's posture when they walk into a room. Confident individuals walk briskly with a purpose, while those feeling down might shuffle their feet. A classic example is job interviews. Candidates who sit up straight and lean slightly forward are often perceived as more interested and enthusiastic. Chapter 6: Mirroring, the Unseen Bond. Mirroring is when someone subconsciously imitates the gestures and body language of another person. It's a sign of rapport and empathy. You might notice this with close friends or couples who have been together for a long time. They naturally sync their movements. Research from the University of California shows that people who mirror each other feel a stronger connection. So, if you want to build rapport with someone, try subtly mimicking their body language. It should be natural, not forced. This technique can be especially useful in negotiations or when trying to make a good impression. Chapter 7: The truth about personal space. Personal space is a big deal. Everyone has an invisible bubble of space around them, and invading it can make them uncomfortable. The size of this bubble can vary by culture and personality. For example, Americans typically prefer more personal space than people from Mediterranean cultures. Proxemics, the study of personal space, reveals that there are different zones of space. The intimate zone is 0–18 inches and is reserved for close relationships. The personal zone is 18 inches to 4 feet and is for friends and family. Understanding these zones can help you navigate social interactions more smoothly. If someone steps back as you approach, they might be trying to maintain their personal space. Chapter 8: Foot Language, the Untapped Clue. Feet are often overlooked in body language, but they can be very telling. People usually point their feet towards what they are interested in. If someone's feet are pointing towards the door, they might want to leave the conversation. This little clue can help you gauge interest or discomfort. A unique fact from Joe Navarro's book, What Every Body is Saying. During stressful situations, our feet can reveal what our face might hide. For instance, someone who is nervous might tap their feet or shuffle them. So, next time you're trying to read someone's feelings, look down and see what their feet are saying. Chapter 9: Micro-expressions. Blink and you'll miss it. Micro-expressions are brief, involuntary facial expressions that reveal true emotions. They occur in less than half a second and are hard to fake. These tiny expressions can be a goldmine for reading people. Paul Ekman, a pioneer in the study of emotions and facial expressions, found that micro-expressions are universal. This means people from all cultures show the same expressions for basic emotions like happiness, sadness, anger, and fear. By learning to spot these fleeting moments, you can get a glimpse into what someone is really feeling, even if they try to hide it. Chapter 10: Decoding defensive behaviors. Defensive body language can signal discomfort, insecurity, or disagreement. Common defensive gestures include crossed arms, crossed legs, and turning the body away. These actions create a barrier between the person and the perceived threat. A study in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology revealed that people who cross their arms are more likely to be resistant or closed off. If you see this in a conversation, try to make the person feel more comfortable. Open body language, like uncrossing your arms and legs, can help encourage a more open dialogue. Chapter 11: Voice modulation, the sound of the mind. The way someone speaks can reveal a lot about their emotions and intentions. Voice modulation refers to changes in pitch, tone, and speed. For example, a higher pitch might indicate excitement or anxiety, while a lower pitch can signal seriousness or confidence. Albert Mehrabian's research shows that 38% of communication comes from vocal elements. That's a significant portion. Pay attention to how someone's voice changes throughout a conversation. Rapid speech can indicate nervousness, while a slow, deliberate pace might suggest the person is thoughtful or cautious. These vocal clues can help you better understand the emotional undertone of what's being said. Chapter 12: Mastering the Art of Contextual Reading. Reading body language isn't just about observing isolated gestures. Context is crucial. The same gesture can mean different things depending on the situation. For example, someone might cross their arms because they're cold, not defensive. Joe Navarro, in his book What Every Body is Saying, emphasizes the importance of context. He suggests looking for clusters of behaviors rather than single actions. If you see someone with crossed arms, furrowed brows, and a turned-away body, it's more likely they're feeling defensive. But if they're only crossing their arms in a chilly room, it's probably just because they're cold.